In today's immigration tidbit, I'd like to discuss a recent study conducted and published by the Pew Research Center. It focused on the rates of naturalization by immigrants who have already become lawful permanent residents. The study found that of the various regions of the world, those immigrants who became lawful permanent residents from the Middle East had the highest participation rate. Their rate was 83%. In second were immigrants from Africa. Their rate of participation from lawful permanent residency to naturalized citizenship was 74%. But what the study really pointed out was the very low rate of participation from lawful permanent resident to United States citizenship by Mexican immigrants who had become lawful permanent residents. Only 42%, that's less than 50% of immigrants from Mexico who have become lawful permanent residents move on to become United States citizens. By contrast, the study also analyzed Hispanics from other Latin American and Central American countries to discern if they had the same low rate of participation. They did not. The study found that 64% of eligible non-Mexican Hispanic immigrants go on to become United States citizens. Okay, that's enough statistics for now. There were some other interesting findings, and I'll be writing a blog post which will share some of those, which you can read at a later point in time. But for now, I want to move on to why I think the issue of not moving forward to becoming a United States citizen is extremely crucial. You know, an individual came to my office just yesterday, and he had been a lawful permanent resident for over 20 years. He had a few United States citizen children that were minors. He had been in trouble with the law several years ago for some minor nonviolent offenses. However, because those minor nonviolent offenses can still be classified as aggravated felonies under immigration law, this becomes a problem. And for him, it was one because he's been summoned to immigration court. That's part of the Trump administration's move to use old convictions and to find people with old records that they can now attempt to deport. Anyway, he's not alone. A study about 3 or 4 years ago, a joint study conducted by the University of California at Berkeley and the University of California at Davis, found that over a 10-year period, about 60,000 lawful permanent residents who had lived in the United States for 10 years were deported for minor nonviolent offenses over a 10-year period. Here's what's really significant. They had 103,000 minor children, of which 88,000 were born in the United States. And half of that, 44,000, were under the age of 5. And what I have found in my practice is that a lot of times individuals who come in the same situation as the person who visited me the other day are like the one person in their family who did not become a United States citizen. So when this person came to my office the other day, I naturally probed him on that subject. And lo and behold, that's exactly his situation. All his brothers and sisters, many years ago, had went on to become United States citizens. He had not. And so now he runs the risk of deportation for what you and I and many other Americans would consider minor offenses, certainly not deserving of deportation. But because of the nature of the offense, they were drug offenses, he stands the risk of being deported and separated permanently from his minor United States citizen children. That's the danger when individuals who are lawful permanent residents do not take the next step, do not go to what I call the final frontier of immigration law and naturalize. That's the danger. There's one other interesting point about the study that I'd like to point out. I think that in future years, the percentage of Mexican immigrants who become lawful permanent residents and then decide to become United States citizen will rise. And it's not a temporary reason, such as the Trump administration, although I think probably the 2017 statistics will bear out that he's driven a lot of people to become United States citizens who otherwise would not have. I think the real reason for a major shift upwards are the DACA folks, the dreamers. It's clear to me that they want to be full participants in American society. That many of them want to run for office. Many of them want to become full-fledged college professors. That many of them want to become lawyers, doctors, and accountants. And I believe that as time goes on and they move on to become lawful permanent residents, which I think they will, I think eventually most of them will find a path to residency, that they'll move on and become United States citizens. And in the future, drive up those rates. At least that's my hope. Thanks for watching. Know someone who might be interested in this video? Then please take a moment to like and share it with them. Also, if you would like more videos on immigration, just click on the subscribe button. And here's a little bonus, a short guide that you can download for free by clicking on the link on the description box or the square-shaped image. Plus, if you have ideas for videos you'd like to see, write a short comment below, or feel free to contact me at carlos@BataraImmigrationLaw.com. My name is Carlos Batara. I appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll be talking again very, very soon.